All right. Hey, yo, what it is and what's good, y'all? Welcome back to 280 Plus, the social media podcast where I take the conversations off the timeline and go beyond the tweets. I'm your host, Los Def. And before we get started, do me a favor, man, and, hit that subscribe button. If you're happy that my guest co-host, y'all see that she's back. If y'all like that she's back, hit the like button, all that good stuff. But I don't even need to necessarily introduce her, but I got my homegirl, Jonni Tsuuu, back on. I don't even know how many times it's been. I think maybe 5, 6. I don't know. But what's really good with you though?
Nothing much. It's Jonni Tsuuu. Subscribe to my YouTube. I haven't posted like any videos recently, but me and my girl Spanish Bad, Lysandra, she has a big following on Instagram.
Okay.
We're going to come out with a live. We're going to be on live on Facebook and Instagram on May 11th. That's a Thursday. It's going to be at 9 p.m. And then we're going to switch to Facebook is 9, Instagram is going to be 10 if we can, if it works. Okay. And we're just going to do a singles live. So if you want to like shoot your shot at Nene, Spanish Bad, that's what she goes by. If you want to shoot your shot at her, or if you just want to tell us what you want in a person because you're single and you're looking for somebody, just we're going to hop on the live. Just come fuck with us.
Okay. And this was inspired by Kendra G, like her stuff. Her show?
It was. Because, I'm single and I'm going to be engaged this year. I don't have a man yet. But,
Oh.
Yes,
hey,
we're speaking.
Manifestation.
Power of the tongue. So I tuned into her lives and her lives be jumping. She got a lot of crazy people in there. So y'all know I'm blunt. So if you looking for something that's a unicorn and you a motherfucking ant, I'm going to let you know.
Yeah. Wow. So okay. So your friend is like the first person that you trying to get set up with somebody.
Yep, we're going to like do this together, and then I'm just a test run, see how it goes. She has a big following, and she's going to help me out, and she's single. She's like playing the field, so it works for both of us.
Okay. And on your channel, you have talked about like online dating and stuff like that. How's that been going? Has that been all right? Or you want to talk about that a little bit? Or?
I have not been on there past January. Because I was only on Hinge, and then Hinge has this thing because I think it's a relatively new platform. Okay. So if I changed my number in January, so it was probably I made that in maybe the beginning of January. Well, towards the end, I changed my number. So they have it that you can't change your number on there, and that's how you log in. Wow. I wasn't feeling it anyway, so I would just let it go.
Okay, and I guess maybe that's for I guess they don't want people, verification purposes, no catfish type people, I guess, whatever. But so you didn't really have much success on there because they say that's the app that you supposed to delete, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you find somebody like.
So I had a lot of matches, but they just don't go anywhere. It's like you'll just keep talking on the app and it don't go anywhere, or you'll exchange numbers and they just turn out a little weird. So you got to cut them off.
Oh, okay. What's one of the weirdest things, like somebody, like the weirdest approaches a guy has had with you on a dating app?
I don't know.
Any like weird requests? Any like, anybody come off too strong? Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, definitely came off. I've had some that came off too strong. So I had one, and at first I thought he was joking, but he kind of just kept going with it, and I was freaked out because he was talking about having kids and stuff like, oh yeah, I only have a daughter, until, we have a kid. And I just thought that was very weird because I'm pretty sure because my thing was set at my age and older. So at my age and older, you're being weird.
Yeah, what?
Like I'm gonna laugh at first, but then when you keep going with it.
So he made an insinuation that our kid, like y'all about to have a kid, like
you don't even have my number yet. We're like typing on the app, so I need you to tone it down.
So that's not like energy that y'all want. Yeah, y'all be talking about y'all want guys to like be be assertive.
Talking about having kids and you don't even have my number is not energy. That's negative energy. That is toxicity. You don't even know me, sir.
Yeah, that is kind of wild. I'm not offering babies to women.
It gives desperate.
Really, no. Yeah, it does give a little bit desperate, whatever. So, Was you into some, a little interracial stuff? You know what I mean? Was you getting, was you
Hmm.
seeing some, a little
Listen,
salt in there? Was you getting a little
I'm
vanilla
not
flavor?
prejudiced. I like me a white man. Give me a little Channing Tatum, somebody,
Oh, okay. Little
But
Magic Mike. All right, I
a
see.
lot of the white men that was swiping up on me on Hinge, they were like, "Why? Why did you think we was gonna match?
That
Why did you
one,
think
that one dude that you showed me though, he was fly though.
he was? He
He
was. He
was
was."
fly. I
That's
was
why
like,
I was
oh,
like,
he
I
dripped
said
out, but
Losa dude. I'm like, "Do you know him? He from Link." He was like, "Nah, I don't know him."
yeah. So, that is crazy. So, all right. So, yeah, look out for your new show. And like I said, I'm proud that you kind of jumped out there with the show. I know, it can be a bit of a grind. I know you're a mom and stuff like that, so it's probably a little tough to make some videos, but with the Kendra G stuff, I guess, like, are you trying to get like then strangers to come on? Like, are you gonna
Mhm.
kind of, when you started off, you're gonna start off with friends that that are single, or your homegirls that need a man, or are you gonna right away, you're gonna jump out there with some strangers? I mean, because Kendra
Nope.
G would
So
have some wild people on there, you know what I
she
mean?
do, but that's because she already kind of has the platform because she
Okay,
already has a radio show. So
okay,
that's why I'm like, okay, me and my friend can do this and try to get people to tune in so that I can make it a reoccurring thing and eventually, strangers will come in.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. So, real quick, yeah, speaking of, like, I guess trying to get with people and things like that, I sent you a video, and it was basically a double holla situation, like, you know what I mean? So it's like you and your homeboy, y'all out somewhere, whatever, y'all randomly run into two women that are out as well. And then so what happened in the video, it was like showing the differences and how, like, certain things, I guess there's a double standard when it comes to the double holla, right? So, yeah, I mean, so the guys were just there, and one of the women came up and she was like, "Hey, yo, my friend want to get to know you. What's going on, whatever?" And he was like, I'm single, whatever. Or no, he said I got a girlfriend. And then she was like, "Well, what about your friend, whatever?" And then he was like, "Oh yeah, my guy is like real single, like, what's up?" Yeah, I mean, whatever. And it was just a mutual understanding. It was accepted, like, so she could show interest in one guy, but then, women, y'all could kind of pass over and go to the next guy, whatever. But then they showed the situation in reverse, and basically the guy was like, "Oh no," the girl said that she was, had a boyfriend, and then he was like, "Well, what about you?" or whatever. And they was like, "What? No, you can't do that. You can't talk to my friend, this and that, and whatever." So, like, first off, have you ever run into that situation? And would you react to the same way as those women? Is there like a etiquette that guys need to follow, or why is it acceptable for girls to do that, but then guys can't do that? You know what I'm saying?
I think it's a desperation thing because, like, why would I want to take you? I've had that happen, but not where, like, I'm not to be cocky, but not like where I'm the second choice type thing. So
Oh, you always the
I
first
if I was
choice.
the first choice, I don't care. Like if you want to fuck with, go ahead. I'm not gonna like cock block.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
me being the second choice is not an option because I know what I look like. I know what I bring to the table. I know what I got going on. I'm not a one night stand. So the fact that you even was trying to holler at my friend and then tried to holler at me, it's like an ego. I'm not desperate. So
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
But I mean, I'm not gonna cock block if you try to talk to my friend and she's with it, then shit, do what you gonna do. But I know, and you also have to think, what comes with that when it comes to certain females. It also depends on your intentions. Because if you're just trying to hit, then okay, I understand. But
Okay.
otherwise, what if you end up in a relationship with this person? Then their friendship got to get cut off because she's feeling insecure because she remembers the time you really wanted her first.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying
But
there, but
I say that from my standpoint because I'm not a one night stand, honey. So
okay. See, I see, if it was like, so we, obviously we from a small town, whatever, and typically when you see somebody out, whatever, you probably know of them, you know what I mean? And
mhm.
I could see where that could get a little bit weird because you probably already have some type of, inclination of who this person is. And then it's like, oh, you went from my friend to friend. So you kind of know, you might know both women. But I feel like on some, like, stranger stuff, like two strangers, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's fair game, you know what I mean? But, like,
Mhm.
does that say, like, or maybe the reason why guys are like maybe accepting of it is, and because I know you're pretty critical of guys, whatever, is it, are we like too easy or something like that? Are we just too like, are we desperate? Are we just trying to get whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because yeah, it was no problem for, all right, you wanted me, but like I had no problem, like, yo, I mean, you could get with my guy, whatever, or you know what I mean? I don't know. What do you think about that? Like,
Well, I mean, I also personally wouldn't do that vice versa. Like I wouldn't be like, oh, but what's up with your friend? That's a little weird. But yeah, y'all are desperate. So it's not something that I really think would be over. Like I wouldn't think too much of it when it comes to a guy because y'all are desperate. Y'all are easy when it comes to like we don't know y'all intentions unless you know what I mean. So if a bitch is easy, y'all gonna try it every time. So and y'all stick y'all piece in anybody. So
yeah. Hey, I can't I can't disagree.
can't disagree.
I can't disagree. Yeah, I mean, I definitely yeah, no, I've been there before, you know what I'm saying, but also like I got friends that they not very discriminate, you know what I mean? They, hey, if it's I mean, they here for a short time, not a long time sometimes. So
Yeah, act like
um
you know your worth. That's such a turn on.
that's, I mean, and yeah, I mean, I respect that, man. We definitely gonna talk about worth and delusion and things like that when it comes to dating.
Mhm.
But let's get into so yo, a headline, man. A sad day last week. Found out that Jerry Springer, man, passed away. So RIP to Jerry Springer. Right. Yeah, I mean, Jonni, I mean,
It's just a little
this is probably her inspiration for wanting to get out there and talk to people and just, started her own platform. I'm not sure, but so when it comes to Jerry Springer, man, he's most known as a talk show host. He did have a career prior to being on a talk show. He was a politician, he was a former mayor of Cincinnati, journalist, stuff like that, whatever. Right? I mean, politician and all that. But we know him, and we all grew up with him on the Jerry Springer show. And so when you think of Jerry Springer, what are some of your earliest memories? What's some of the first things that kind of come to mind? You know what I'm saying? Like,
hold on, because I gotta. That
oh,
was my
you still gotta, yeah, I
yeah.
mean, why
It's just a really sensitive topic for me.
I seen somebody say, why didn't they take sticks? They was like, take Steve, not Jerry, or whatever. I was like,
Nigga, that was me.
oh, that was you.
So I don't know. I remember like, when he used to have like them weddings up there,
Oh,
them bootleg
yes.
weddings, and then he would have
Yeah.
like the little blow up pools and girls wrestling and whipped cream and stuff.
Yo, wild. Like he was the wildest. He was definitely the wildest one, man. Like, and I know that like all them talk shows back, especially like starting in the 90s, they all had like wild moments. But like I remember like there was just that time whenever his show was coming on at like 3 o'clock right after school, you know what I
Yo,
mean? Like that, it was crazy because I remember when they was like allowed to fight, and then I remember when they wasn't
mhm.
allowed to fight. You know what I mean? Remember, like they went through, and then I think they let them fight
That was
again. Like,
definitely a time period. Yeah.
yeah, like they used to like really like you would expect it, like, I mean, somebody just like running across the stage and doing this or whatever. And yeah, definitely entertaining. Definitely not the best thing to watch, I mean, as a kid. But it was on daytime TV, you know what I'm
It was
saying?
definitely was daytime TV, and they knew us kids was watching it, and they let it be on there.
They let it be on there, you know what I'm saying? So but yeah, like, oh yeah, them moments, they was always the infidelity moments, or like somebody, and it would always be some like I always felt like the quality of guests was it was just lower quality, like people, you know what I mean? Like just
Mm-hmm.
from all walks of life. Yeah, I mean, they invited everybody. Remember, he even had that little movie. Did you ever watch that movie, Ringmaster?
Mm-mm.
So there was a movie. It was basically about the Jerry. It was like a fake Jerry Springer show, whatever. But like, like a lot of actors were in it, whatever, and like basically kind of taking you to like through kind of how they casted them, and then like whatever topic they was going through, and then all the drama that they went through while they were on the show. But like Michael Jai White, I don't know if you know that actor. He was one of the actors in that. That's one of the names that really comes to mind. But yeah, it was like a whole movie about, like about the Jerry Springer show, whatever, but it's called Ringmaster. So, but yeah, speaking of, I guess, daytime television, man, like what were some of you growing up? What was some of your favorite like daytime TV shows or talk shows? Like what kind of comes to mind? Because that was something I would look forward to if I was ever sick or if we
Mm-hmm.
ever had a long vacation break. I knew that like, oh yes, like I could watch the stuff that like
I can
I'm
watch
not.
my shows.
Yeah, I could watch the stuff that like I'm not really supposed to like. I can't watch because I got to go to school every day. Or
Mm-hmm.
obviously we have summer vacations. We could watch that type of stuff, whatever. But like, what were some of your go-to daytime TV shows back in the day?
I used to watch Ricky Lake. Remember
Ricky
Ricky Lake?
Lake, yeah.
That was my bitch.
I used to like Ricky Lake.
Montel,
Yeah, definitely watch Ricky.
Divorce Court. And then
Um,
you know a show I used to always watch because it used to come on after school, Drew Barrymore show. You remember that show?
I
The
didn't know
fat
she had
white guy, he had glasses.
Drew Carey show.
Drew Carey, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Drew Barrymore is a woman. That's I was like, oh, I
Yeah, Drew
don't-
Carey, that show, his show. And he had the Mimi on there, the lady with the blonde
Oh,
hair.
okay. Like, yeah. So
Yeah.
that was actually a primetime show, but you was watching reruns basically of that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah, Ricky Lake talk shows definitely like Ricky Lake was my girl. Jenny
Divorce
Jones,
Court.
Jenny Jones was wild. I don't know
I
if you
don't know what
remember.
Jenny Jones is.
Jenny Jones was like there's like documentaries about like short little documentaries about like daytime TV talk shows whatever, but like she had this one crazy incident where it was like somebody revealed that they had a crush on somebody, right? But it was like a man revealing that he had a crush on another man. And
Oh,
then
so it was. I've seen that. I think that's before my time, but I've seen videos of that episode.
yeah, and then it led to like it was a
A
crime,
murder or
like it led to
something.
a
Yeah.
murder, yeah, like whatever.
Hmm.
So, and then she was like held I don't want to say she was held fully liable, but like she definitely was in hot
Yeah,
water.
fucked her up.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it definitely messed up her show. But yeah, Ricky Lake, Jenny Jones, but then I think more I think I like in terms of Maury or Jerry, I think I like Maury a little bit more because I like them episodes like with the kids going to boot camp or like
The
they would have
makeovers, all of that.
the
The
makeover.
extreme fairs.
Yep, they would have like the fat babies on there. So like I'm like, yo, why y'all letting this little kid like, what I mean, eat 5 bowls of cereal and
Yeah, they be like, when I'm only 12 and I smoke cigarettes. And when my mom tells me to stop, I say, shut up, you fat bitch.
yeah, I'll be like, what? Like, so yeah, those is my Jones, whatever. But yeah, like the court shows too. You know what I mean? I used to get down with that type stuff as well. But yeah, I don't even know, like I guess they always cycle somebody through like all these different talk shows, but like I don't even think daytime TV is the same as it was
I don't
when
think so either.
like not as especially not as much drama and like ratchetness. It was just ratchet, like you know what I
Yeah, it
mean?
was right because you go through it like they're first time shows, and then they're like, we can't do that anymore.
Yeah,
We can't. It's against
yeah.
regulations.
Yeah, and then Maury though, I just didn't. It turned into this just a paternity show. Like it was just
Yeah,
like,
I didn't really like the paternity too much. I don't give a fuck who your baby dad is.
yeah, you are not the father. And then all classic. They would run off the
Yeah,
stage
like
and
it
like,
was like, okay.
whatever. But yo, oh my god, I just seen a video on Instagram, and because Paternity Court is newer, right? That's not an older show, right? Paternity Court. Have you ever seen Paternity Court?
Oh yeah, I think so. I think they do it like with regular court.
Okay,
I've seen
okay.
it with like Judge Mathis sometimes.
Oh,
So like he
okay.
doesn't do just with paternity, he does other,
Oh well,
lawsuits.
no, there's a show just for
Okay.
paternity court, and it's a black lady judge on there, whatever. But like the dude, he was just on there. He was like, "Yo, this, I mean, that can't be my baby because she don't got my eyebrows. All my other kids got my eyebrows." And then the judge, the judges they kind of chime in and they talking shit, whatever, you know what I mean. And she was like, "Oh, eyebrows, I didn't even see that," because he had like a whole diagram of all his kids, and she's like, "Oh, my bad, I missed the eyebrow memo," you know what I mean, stuff like that. And then it came out that the little girl wasn't his daughter, you know what I mean. So he
Hmm.
knew. He was like, "Yo, that feature, that's my kid. My kid's got that," you know what I mean. And obviously the mom was like, "No, whatever. He talking about eyebrows, talking about eyebrows." And then the somebody whoever made the video, the reel, the caption was like, "When the eyebrows don't match or when the eyebrows don't fit," or something like that. And I was like, that's crazy. But yeah, man, maybe there'll be another I don't even know. Yeah, we don't even need Jerry Springer anymore because we have all this like crazy stuff that happens on social media. every day.
For
That's even
real.
crazier. So like, I don't know if there'll ever be another Jerry Springer. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, let's.
Well, Steve does Steve still have his show? Steve woke up.
I don't know. I don't know. Cause like I said, like daytime TV,
A
it's
lot of
different
people don't
than
have
going to
cable.
school. When you got work every day, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
definitely ain't got time for that. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, he had a little bit of a run. His wasn't as ratchet as Jerry, but like still like drama and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but all right, let's switch it up. And let's talk about let's talk about delusion, man. Let's talk about how people kind of view themselves, also how they kind of view like their dating prospects and things like that. So I came across this video, and let me see, I might want to show it on here real quick. Let me see real quick. But the video that I'm talking about, basically what happened in the video, they asked these women to rate themselves in terms of how they think they look in terms of their beauty and stuff like that. And he asked these women to give basically a celebrity like equivalent. You know what I mean? So who do you think looks like you, and what what do you rank yourself, but also who looks like you? And it was, I don't know, talk about delusion, man. And I sent that to somebody. I sent it to my barber, Tyreek Jackson, and he sent me something. He was like, yo, he called me. He was like, yo, have you ever heard of the Delusion Calculator? And I was like, nah, what's that? Whatever. And he was saying that like he's like, remember when Kevin Samuels would have the women like kind of rate themselves and things like that. And basically he's just kind of going off statistics on like how the probability of like the women finding the men that they want to find. And then he was like, I don't know if he was like, he doesn't think it was made like Kevin Samuels, what he was doing wasn't based on the delusion calculator, but he thinks that maybe it was like a response to what Kevin Samuels was doing, and like a way to just kind of like back up or provide context. You know what I mean? So but yeah, so let's watch, let me see. Yeah, let's watch this video first. All right. And like we're gonna react to it. And then we're gonna kind of get into this delusion calculator, and maybe we could punch in some results and see how rare some of these guys are out here. You know what I'm saying? But all right, let me share this on the screen here. Let me share the sound. All right, so this is the video right here. Girls rate themselves.
Think of a celebrity that matches the rating that you give yourself.
I would rate myself an 8. I would say Big Lotto. I love Lotto.
I think I say like a 7.5, 8 around there.
Name a celebrity that would match you.
Lauren London, I say.
Lauren London.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I'm an 8.
Okay.
And the celebrity that would match me is Tiana Taylor. There we go.
Okay. Tiana Taylor.
Yeah.
So you're 8 and Tiana Taylor is an 8. Rate yourself 1 to 10.
Just looks?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say a 10. Rihanna, boy, what?
Okay.
I think Rihanna, I like Rihanna. She a 10 to me.
Okay, show of hands. Do you have in your DMs that you never replied to that looks halfway decent, but you're not giving no time or attention?
4 hands better be up.
All 4 hands.
All of them.
Okay. So here's the truth. None of you ladies are a 10 or an 8 or anything close to that. The reality is a 5 is average. Because all you ladies are single. You do have good guys in your DM. But you choose not to reply to these guys because y'all all think y'all 8 and 10s.
And if y'all don't think so, then y'all the problem.
Wow. So the no Fugazi podcast, whatever. So all right, just initial reactions, because I remember I sent it to you. It was like, oh, that was a mess the whole way through. Like,
it was a mess. I hated it from the women to the men. It was a mess.
Okay, so let's start with the men though. Why was he a mess for that? Like, what made him messy for that?
Because to say that you're not answering good men through DMs, how do I know good men are in my DMs? You don't know a good man until you meet a good man.
Yeah.
So that makes no sense. Also the whole, well, y'all are single, blah, blah, blah. What does that have to do with anything? Like that just goes back to the desperation thing. Like I can understand why someone that has a hard time being by themselves would see that as a problem, but being single, that isn't a problem.
Yeah, yeah. It's not a disability to be single. Like, I mean, it's
Yeah,
not a
like that.
deficiency.
It
Yeah.
says nothing about you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I did see some comments with that, like where they was like, yo, the like how you just assuming that there's good guys in the DM. Like, and I guess just if women would take the time to maybe address certain guys or kind of let some guys talk to them, maybe they will find out, I mean, that there are some good guys there. But like, yeah, just off face value, and women, y'all DMs is probably so inundated with a lot of like, comments and hard eyes and things like that. It's probably like a minefield trying to, I mean,
It is because like
sort
I
through that.
don't just automatically, I'm not taking you serious because you sent me hard eyes. So what is that really saying? Like
Yeah, yeah.
you didn't come at me like, hey, can I get to know you? Can I get your number? Can I no niggas be sending emojis and shit. Like, okay, like it next.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm flattered, but yeah, like
Or
that's
they
not
say some overly like,
sexual stuff.
yes, and it's
Yeah,
fucking ill. Like if
yeah,
don't try to talk to me and ask to eat my nothing. That's
yeah,
nasty.
yeah,
Don't ask. No, that's nasty. Now you're automatically like checked off about. And
yeah,
then you're wondering why I left you already.
yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah,
clearly you inbox small. I'm not the only one. I'm not delusional. So
yeah, yeah. Like I'm not. Yeah,
you're nasty.
I'm not the
And
first girl
you
that
don't
you.
have game. That's even worse. You're nasty and you don't have game.
Nasty and ain't got no game. You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
damn, you're splat. Can't get you in the door. You over
Right,
here.
right.
Didn't even get my number. Desperate.
Desperate, just I mean, giving up their body for whatever, you know what I'm saying. But all right, so yeah, I can agree with that. But then the women, all right, so all right, man, what's up with
The only
these?
girl I really had a problem with was the last girl that said she was a 10 because she was not a 10. And then when she said Brianna, I was just like, okay, so she's on the head of the delusional team because yeah, no.
She definitely was not a 10. Yeah, and that's the thing is though, I was confused if like I feel like the first couple girls was trying to pick like somebody that they thought looked like them, and then the last two girls, I don't know, I think they just kind of
Yeah.
picked women. I mean, because 10, okay, do you think Rihanna's also a 10? Okay, boom, but you don't look nothing like Rihanna, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
but
and
I
you're
think
not.
that's what the last girl was doing. I think she was just saying like, "Oh, I'm a 10," and I also think Rihanna's a 10.
Yeah, but then the second to last girl, she thought she was an 8, and she said Tiana Taylor though, and I'm thinking like, you don't look nothing like Tiana Taylor. Like I don't know, I was kind of like, I was kind of
Well,
baffled.
it could be just like they were probably just picking black people. I mean, they were black except for the last girl.
Yeah, but I'm saying that she was like a light, that even the girl that said Tiana Taylor, like she was like light skinned, she was a little, thicker
Yeah.
and things like that, whatever.
But I mean, if you think about it, if you're confident in yourself, you ever notice how some people go after people that kind of like resemble them, not resemble them, but like have some of the same, like, oh, I have big eyes and I really think I'm the shit. So I'm going to go with somebody. I really like big eyes on the guy. Like I've noticed that with people.
Okay. So like, just in do you feel like in general, do you feel like women kind of overrate themselves? You know what I mean? And is it confidence or is it delusion, or when do those lines get crossed a little bit, I guess?
No, I think what is delusional is men's ideologies of celebrities. They look
Okay.
like that because they have money to make themselves stay like that. If you look at the women in your city and then you look at celebrities, do you think it's really just a difference in celebrities? Oh, they just look good all the time and they just,
Yeah.
they don't gain no weight and they, have a perfect body and they don't get a double chin. No, they have money, honey. They
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
money and they have
Yeah.
money to invest in that stuff. That's the only difference from your local bitch. So like that really irritated me when they were even rating themselves lower. And they're like, well, first of all, the one girl said Lauren London was like a 7 or 8. No, she's not a 7 or 8. She's like a 10. But I'm gonna get it to you or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. She's a 7.5, 8,
all
whatever.
the first like 3 girls, they were very pretty. If they just got some type of surgery, I'm pretty sure they would be on a celebrity status. So when guys compare local bitches to celebrity, it pisses me off because y'all don't even know when a bitch got natural makeup on. Oh, she's just naturally pretty. No, that's makeup. You don't know because you're a
Or
man.
filters, or yeah.
Yes, just like y'all get catfished all the time. Y'all just ignorant and y'all don't want to know any better. So I hate it when guys just compare local females on a celebrity scale because the only difference is money and investments in
Well,
yourself,
yeah, because
in your
even
visuals.
yeah, and it's funny because even like there's a lot of guys, like just male celebrities that like, you know, it's like if this guy was just kind of walking down the street, whatever, you know what I mean, maybe women wouldn't really, you know what I mean, pay attention to this guy, whatever. But like the fact that he's a celebrity, that's why y'all jumping out of, getting all excited, whatever. Like I remember when, and obviously he's going through some other things right now, whatever. But I remember when Creed was about to come out and Jonathan Majors, like his face was everywhere. You know what I mean? He was like, he was like this media darling at one point, like for a very, 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 split millisecond, whatever. And it was kind of weird though, because it was like guys like saying like, oh yeah, like I don't know if they was hating on him, whatever. But they was just like, man, y'all wouldn't care about this dude if y'all seen him just, down the street, whatever, you know what I mean? But like I noticed though, guys, we don't tend to do that too much. Like, we might if we might say a guy looks like somebody, but that's just like as a joke, whatever. But like I don't think guys are sitting there like kind of comparing themselves to celebrities, probably because it's weird though, because we might not be able to point it out with the women, but like we know, like I know, like, all right, this guy, he got this money, he's wearing the best designer stuff. They even put, when guys are on TV, they even wear makeup for TV. I mean, like this is like, they might got the fresh teeth, you know what I mean, all that type of stuff. Like it's all these like little factors where it's like, I mean, obviously they have a leg up or they have some enhancements to them, whatever. But yeah, I don't really see too many guys like necessarily saying like, yeah, yo, I think I look like, this. Maybe every now and then, but like not as much as like, if you ask a woman that, like, is she's saying she looks like Lauren London or Tiana Taylor, and you're like, oh, I don't know, whatever. But you're right though, like, man, we get played all the time. We get bamboozled by the allure of celebrity all the time though. So
and I mean, I feel like men are more into looks than women. You know how many hood niggas that they just know how to dress so they get bitches, but they're ugly.
Oh yeah,
that's never been a factor. So I never understand that when niggas be like, oh, if this celebrity wasn't a celebrity, y'all wouldn't feel like that. Bitches date ugly niggas all the time. Bitches date cute broke niggas. Bitches date, like, it's just really, I've known funny niggas that are broke and ugly, but they get bitches. So it really, there is no like thing with females. Like they ugly, cute.
Well, that is funny because that's what Kevin Samuels sometimes would like. When women would talk about looks on that show, on his stuff, he would like grind them up because he's like, yo, since when do women care about looks? You know what I'm saying? Like that's
but it does. It's like what's attractive to you, I guess.
Okay.
So you have to, like, you know what I mean? I can find somebody attractive that is. So let's say there's a guy, he's a 7, but he's funny as fuck. And then there's a 9, but he's dry as fuck. I'll probably find the 7 more attractive because I'm not really that shallow. So I do like a little bit of, you know what I mean? I'm more attracted to you because you have both. Like you're not butt ugly, but you're also funny. So rather than, I don't want to be with no fucking dry ass guy.
Yeah. I feel
fine. You just pretty to look at. What am I doing with that? I'm gonna get
right.
tired of fucking you. So just like you get tired of fucking everybody else. So I need right. more than that.
I need some more. Yeah, I need more substance than just what you look like, whatever. So, all right. So let's kind of get into this delusion calculator though. And can we punch in some? Because I don't have like your screenshot, whatever. But can we punch in like some information like of what you are maybe looking for? Yeah, I mean, so the categories. I mean, we got age, and then
Which you want me to get on it on my phone? Or you going
no, I could punch it in now, and then we could show it on the screen. So, like, what's your age range of guys like that you
29 and up?
29 and up. So, how far up? Like as far up as we can go?
No, like 40.
40. All right, well, let's see where 40. And do you want us to exclude a guy that has been married before or no?
No.
Like keep it in there. Okay, yeah. So it doesn't matter if they've been married. Okay. Any color or shade?
Yep.
Anything? Okay. And then height. What's your minimum height requirement?
5'7".
5'7". And I was like, okay, all right. She's pretty. That's pretty fair. Do you want to exclude obese men?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we don't want the big fellas though. So it might limit you a little bit. And then what is your minimum income requirement?
55.
55. All right. Now I feel like that's pretty modest. I mean, that's average, you know what I'm saying, type stuff. So let's run the numbers here, find out. Okay, all right. I think the probably oh no. So all right. Let's let me put this on the screen here.
Yeah, the probability be real low. I don't even know. I'm curious on how to get their statistics, to be
Well,
honest.
it says that it does go by like census and like another type of thing, whatever. So the probability, so any race, any marital status, at least 5'7", not obese, earning at least 55K. They're saying basically only 19, basically out of all U.S. men, right, that fit this category, only 19.8% fit that category. So, but you're down to earth though. You don't have you only have 2 out of 5 in terms of the the cat litter stuff, whatever.
Wait, what is the cat litter supposed to say? Like,
Well, yeah, if you have like 5, I forget where it's like it's basically like that's like the delusion score. I mean, like, so
okay.
your delusion
Maybe it's like you're gonna be a cat lady.
yeah, that's what it's kind of like a joke on that, whatever. So your delusion score is not that high. It's down to earth. Down to earth sounds pretty good. You know what I mean? I was gonna punch in my credentials here, you know what I mean, like what I am. Let's see, because I am, if I gotta go back. Oh yeah, new search. All right. So I want to see how rare I am. I want to show the public how rare I am. So your boy is 35. Getting old, boy, getting old up there. You know what I'm saying? Let's gonna wind this down. I don't know if I could go that low.
Yeah, do 40, 35 to 40.
35, 40. All right. I've never been married. So I'm gonna do that. Your boy's black. I don't know, I'm light skinned, but you know what I mean. And I'm 6'1" to be exact.
He's lying, y'all.
I'm 6'1" and 3/4. I'm actually almost 6'2", so boo. And then I'm not obese, so we're gonna exclude that. And then we just gotta go down one thing there. I know I'm putting my business out there, you know what I'm saying? But
put it out there.
Let's see
how hit a lick.
Oh shit. Oh wow. Of all black men. Dang, that says 0.023. Now I don't know, that seems kind of low. Like there got to be more guys like me.
It says 19% of all black men in that age range.
0.19%.
Oh.
0. Like not even a full percentage point, whatever. And so if a woman was looking for a guy with my credentials, she's a 5 out of 5. Cat lady's delusion score. It says you don't belong on this planet.
But you know, I gotta say a point, but I thought men were only loved for what they provide. Because I mean, a lot of men be in relationships. They're always in relationships. So if the probability is this low to find a good man, clearly you are being loved without that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I would agree.
Just had to throw that out there.
I like that. So, but yeah, it's just something interesting to think about, in terms of like what's out there and probabilities. But obviously, probability is not a full science. Some of that stuff could be maybe debunked at a later time. I think that percentage was like, come on, it got to be more than, you know.
Yeah, I definitely think it's more than that.
0.0.
But then you taking things like actual characteristics, like, because that's only the outside. So then you're taking actual characteristics and chemistry and backgrounds and
because that don't take account of anything, like maybe a person's faith, a person's, you know, they don't have nothing about kids. You know what I mean? I think, you know, like, yeah, so there's a lot there that are missing there. But but speaking of comparisons, and so we did this comparing, you know, people, whatever, women comparing themselves against other women. This was your topic, and I thought it was a good segue. You're tired of, what are you tired of, Jonni? You tired of something out here, man?
I'm tired of seeing men compare themselves to other men. Like, why? Why is that a thing?
All right, well, in what realm? Because our men, we compare ourselves all the time to other men when it comes to, like, when we're talking about like abilities, right? Like men are into sports, so it's natural to compare one man to another man. Think about rap. We compare one rapper to another rapper. When you say compare, what are you talking about? Like, in what ways are men comparing each other?
In relationships, like for bitches.
Okay.
So it's just like, Is you quality or not? Because I don't think a quality man should be comparing himself because that comes off insecure. Like even the whole oh, you didn't have all these requirements for your last person, blah, blah, blah. Like, why are you with that? Or even the better one, I'm gonna bring up the tweet. Oh, y'all be having all these requirements for, y'all don't be having none of these requirements for your baby dad and then want to be having these requirements elsewhere. Well, that's called growth.
Okay.
And
Okay.
if I wanted to be with, an ex, I would think that they wouldn't be an ex. That might be common sense to me. Maybe not.
Yeah.
So it's just it just screams insecure. And then, the tweets about, what did I see? I seen another tweet. I can't be too specific with that, but I see like just comparing yourself like in regards to like females and how you take care of females and etc. Like, why does it matter?
Okay.
Just let a bitch out. Let a bitch out. If you're not, you're not. If you want to wife her. Like, just. But then y'all get mad. Not y'all. Y'all. A lot of the men get mad when we call y'all sassy and when we call y'all, gay. But you're like comparing yourself to men all the time, and it's weird.
Okay. I think though, I mean, some of those conversations actually are related to like what we just talking about with delusion, whatever. So like, I think, when we have all these different shows and these different platforms where people are trying to find a match, so to speak.
Right.
And then they go, and women go through these experiences because they always say, especially when it comes to the the dating marketplace, so to speak. You know what I mean? As women age, their value goes down. As men age, typically their value goes up because their income is probably going up. X, Y,
And
Z,
let's be honest, that's not accurate for a lot of men. And local.
You're saying that men aren't going as they're aging, they're not going up. You're saying,
yeah, because their income isn't going up. They be a lot of men be low, be lazy. Let's put it like that. A lot of men be fucking lazy in this day and age, and I don't know if that's a new thing. I think it is, to be honest. But
yeah.
So,
well, all right. So I'm not saying that all men are going up, but I'm saying
but I'm saying we can't keep up with that ideology because it's kind of outdated at this point.
It don't apply. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but I think that's where it comes from, where guys are doing that, where they're like, yo, how you want this like, all right, delusion calendar, right? Like, so calculator.
Mm-hmm.
So how you want this, and this, right? But then you settled for this, and this.
But then it's also like, do you really know what a person settled for? Because you may think my high standards is you get me flowers and my last nigga got me flowers. You could think that's high standards because I want you to get me flowers every time we go on a date. My last nigga could have did that, but he just was bad at communicating. You don't know what my standards was.
Okay.
I'm sure we're not talking in depth on what that nigga did wrong because that would be weird. We're not having a conversation about that. We can have a brief conversation like, this ended because of this. But you're not talking in depth to know if my standards are too high. You just don't want to reach them. Clearly somebody did them. Somebody's going to do them.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think, I think when men compare themselves to other men, it probably is more so on a local level because you probably you're seeing everybody, the person that you're probably trying to date, you probably follow them on social media. So you're seeing kind of how their life has unfolded, whatever. So, you know what I mean? Even the stuff that goes unstated and that we might not know, but like when people are looking at your page, they can read between the lines, like, dang, like, dang, this woman she got another kid, whatever. Oh, where's this baby dad? She going through this now. This dude does this to her, whatever. She's putting her business out there on the street, whatever, you know what I mean? And then I think then guys are just like, they kind of maybe internalize it. But again, then just don't. For me, it's like, if I'm gonna react that way, I'm just not gonna talk to the girl. I don't know. I'm not gonna make it a thing though, you know what I'm saying? But
it's given desperate to want to be fucked with. Like you're trying to compare yourself to the next man and trying to put yourself on a pedestal, but then it's like having adverse effects because why are you doing that?
Yeah.
You look insecure because you could really just not give a fuck about the person and not talk to them and move on without tweeting about people having different standards for different people. Bitch, maybe you're not that attractive. Maybe you didn't hit all the marks that other nigga did.
Yeah.
Because everybody's not the same. And just because you're not with somebody, that doesn't mean that that's the same across the board either. Like, I might have higher requirements for you because my last nigga was heat and you're okay. Like, you're going to have to make up in other areas. And it's vice versa. Like,
Yeah, because and that's the one thing. Yeah, men, we don't get to hear the conversations that this other man was having with this woman. Like we don't know how that guy connected with that girl. You know what I'm
Yeah, you just
saying?
know that we're not together anymore.
Yeah. So you just assume, yeah. I guess it's a lot of assumptions, but like, so for you, you feel like that's insecurity. Like
It
guys
definitely is
yeah.
insecure because what do I look like? If I really want to fuck with you, why am I relating myself to your ex that's no longer here?
Okay.
You could
Yeah.
just get your ex back.
Yeah. I seen another, well, it kind of related to that, but it's not the same, quite the same, whatever. But it was like this guy, I've been seeing this guy's stuff, whatever. He's like, nothing more sad than witnessing a dude going all out for a girl that guys then had in the back seat the first hour of the first link. And it was like basically, ladies, I know y'all got something to say, but please, this is a pain only men can relate to, whatever. But like even that, right? Like where you're looking at another man, like whatever he got going on, and you're, I don't know, you're kind of judging him because maybe he's doing maybe more for a girl, and just because I mean that might have been somebody that you dealt with that you weren't serious about, whatever. I don't know. Like I just I don't look at them situations. I don't look too deep into that stuff, because if it's my old work and it's just, and when I say old work, I'm just meaning like somebody that I just, casual situation with, right?
Right.
I don't care. I don't really like if I don't have no emotional tie to her, I don't care what the next man, like if he want to, what, because growth, like you said earlier, growth. Yeah, I mean, maybe that woman, yeah, I mean, maybe that was when y'all was like 18, 19, 20, 21 years old or something like that, and she was young, and of
Right.
course you had her doing that because that's all she was worried about anyway. But at the same time, I'm not even like, go ahead, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because she might be a good woman. I just didn't have the emotional bandwidth to like even explore that with her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like I said, my interaction with her, yeah, it was different, whatever. But like, do you, bro? You know what I mean? Like, and that don't even necessarily mean she a hoe or nothing like that. It's just like, do you, bro? Like, I'm not.
That gives a good point to like what we was talking about with the delusion calculator. I feel like a lot of people don't feel like men can be delusional. How many good women do you think you're going to fuck over and you think you're inevitably going to end up with another one? And how many did you fuck over?
Yeah.
You're being delusional.
Yeah.
So that might mean you got to cuff a hoe. That might mean that. Don't ask about her past. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. But it's like, are there guys really out there just like laughing at dudes, like, and it's like, yo, you a simp, bro. Why you doing that with
I've
this
definitely
shorty?
seen it. I've definitely seen
Oh
it.
yeah. But it's
He
just
with
like,
her. She is a whore. I don't know. Okay.
yeah, I didn't know that. You know what I mean? Whatever. But like, yeah, I think it's all in the same kind of ballpark of stuff where it's just like, oh man, let people kind of be them, man.
Yeah,
But
clearly he don't give a fuck. And if he
yeah,
don't know, then he don't know.
yeah, he
But then
don't
it was
know.
also because in that tweet, he was like, no, if a guy, that means he's either desperate or he didn't know. No, people just have different standards. That's all that is. Why are you like trying to why like, and that's what us as women, we'll call shit like that sassy because it seems like you're going overboard with trying to appeal to other males. Why? That's
Okay.
your bitch. You're doing for her. She's doing for you. You're getting pussy. Why does it matter when another nigga thinks?
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, man. So yeah, guys, man, maybe we just gotta. I think it's natural to like have conversations like that. You know what I mean? But like, I think once you put it out there and you know what I mean, you posting about it, whatever, it does come off as it does come off a little bit sassy, whatever. Because it's like you hating, bro. Like, you know what I mean, like let that man. Yeah, I mean, that might be his queen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, she was your whatever, and that might be that man's queen. So that's a good point there, though. So that's good. What y'all think about that, man? Audience, man. What y'all think about what we talking about there, man? Should men keep their comparisons to themselves? Does it come off sassy when guys are comparing themselves to other men? Yeah, I mean, does it come off as insecure? So what do y'all think, man? If y'all could leave a comment down in the comment section. But and then last time, well, one of the last topics. No, we got two more. So real quick, just the Brian McKnight thing that I saw. It says, yeah, so this is on Shade Room. I saw it says social media reacts to Brian McKnight not acknowledging the biological children he had before his current marriage. And basically, he's in a picture. It looks like he bought his daughter. This must be his daughter. Bought her like a car or something like that. It says, today we celebrate you, Jules, on your birthday. Your mom and I couldn't be prouder of you, and I couldn't ask for a better daughter than you. That's a little wild. That statement right there. I couldn't ask for a better daughter than you. And then like we're gonna see.
And that's not even his actual daughter, right?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good one. And it says, happy birthday to the best daughter ever. Love you a zillion, whatever. And then the receipts start coming out, whatever. So it was like Brian McKnight, children. So you got Brian McKnight Jr., Brianna McKnight, Nico McKnight, and then Clyde McKnight. So these are all his children from a prior relationship. All right. It says, Jules, I became a girl dad because of you, and I couldn't have asked for a better daughter. All right, I don't know. That's a little wild. And first off, you're not a girl dad if you have sons. Like girl dad is you just have girls. Boy dad, boy parent, you just have boys. You know what I mean? If you have, I mean, you don't
both genders are not,
yeah, you just got kids, dog.
It's a pretty simple concept.
Yeah, like you know what I mean? As that Brian McKnight said, he gonna start back at one. Oh my god. Brian McKnight said he gonna start back at one. Y'all thought his family was exempt from the cuts too? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Brian McKnight, when someone asked him about his black kids. Oh no, I'm not even gonna read that joke. It was
He's down for that. I swear in that picture that girl looked Caucasian. I know how genetics work, but that girl looked all Caucasian.
Yeah, she doesn't appear to be. Yeah, it wouldn't I wouldn't put it past if she was. Yeah,
but I mean, it's a norm among these dads.
So how do you? Yeah. So I don't know, how foul is that? Like his comparisons. Should he? So when you get remarried, you know what I mean, and you're making a post about, I guess, like a kid in your current relationship. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, are the other kids that you had before, are they like exempt? Are they too grown? Should it even matter what he's saying about these current kids? Should you? I don't know. I don't know. Best daughter ever. That's kind of wild. I don't know. Best daughter ever. That's kind of wild.
Yeah, no. That means he's trying to exclude his kids and he's foul. But I mean, it doesn't surprise me. I feel like a lot of dads are like that.
Oh, okay.
You hear about it all the time. Niggas don't be dads, and they be a great stepdad and terrible dads.
Dang. Yeah. So you're saying because he could possibly that's not really his kid, so his stepdad to this kid.
Yeah. I mean, I want to say that it's his stepdad. And then they were even saying that, so how many kids does he have? Like 4 or something. So they were saying his ex-wife, he cheated on her and had an outside baby, and she even raised that outside baby. So then for you to go to another wife, and then you're just weird. You're weird.
Yeah. And how old is Brian McKnight? Got to be my he got to be my dad's.
How long has he been with that lady that he's with now, the mom?
I don't know. Yeah, that's I guess that's an interesting point too. Like, you know, how deep are you in with this lady? I mean, like, have you put in like 18 years with this woman, or is this
Doubt it.
Or is this like in the last like 3 years type of relationship? You know what I mean? Because like if you were with a woman, y'all had a kid, and then y'all been married all this time, and then your daughter turned 20, then it's like, yeah, I got 20 in with this person. But just to compare, you know, one kid to your other kids, that just, I don't think that I only have one kid, so I don't know what that's like. I guess as a mom, like you probably wouldn't do that. Like, you know what I mean?
He married that lady in 2017.
Oh, okay. Nah, yeah. 6 years. It might not even be a full 6 years. So yeah, and them other kids, they look a lot older. You know what I mean? From like just a little thumbnail.
Yeah, that girl was like a teenager when you came in her life.
Yeah. Best daughter ever. Yeah, so out of pocket, man. Brian McKnight, man, you got to do better, man. Don't start back at one. You wildin', man. You know what I mean?
Keep the count. Keep the
count. 2. So yeah, man, dads, man, we gotta do better, man. We gotta do better. And then last thing, we're gonna let you take this one away. Go ahead. You talking about moving, talking about kids, changing life paths and stuff like that.
Okay, yes. So My question was, what do you think about parenting? And do you think that moving your kids out the city can change their life path? And what I mean by that is we have so many kids in the city and, stealing cars, gun violence. But then when you see the city kids that move to, like, they used to be city kids in their, younger age, they move to like a more suburban district or suburban area, and then they grow up depending on when they got moved out. I would say like maybe elementary, maybe even middle school. They grow up and people say, oh, you act white, you act, but they're like, they're going on a different trajectory. Like they're not into guns, they're not into all of that. Like, you know what I mean? So do you think that would have you think there would be a better outcome for the youth?
Or if everybody was growing up in better environments.
Yeah, like if they moved their environments, like even if it was just the school, like, you know what I mean? Like they just, you might still live in the city, but I feel like kids connect with the people they're at school with. So if they go to a different school, even if they live in the hood, they're probably not really too connected depending on the age on the kids in the hood, because they are making connections with kids at school and they really want to go to their birthday parties, their functions, their better, you know what I mean? Things like that. Their house to spend the night there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're not really as, I don't know the word, I forget.
Maybe like in tune with like their culture and stuff.
What's going on? Yeah.
What's going on. Yeah. So that is the dilemma, man. And that's what, I mean, when we talk about, we talk about certain privileges that certain people have and things like that, whatever. Like, so that's the dilemma, like in the Black community, where we want to move and because we know that other areas have better school districts, right? Like that's just what it is. And that's just kind of the system that we're in, where it's based on where you live. I mean, that's where you go to school. So like we want better opportunities for our kids, but also we don't want them going through things that we didn't have to go through, right? Because you go to some of these schools that are in
like racism and stuff.
Race. Like you worry about, like, that's one thing that you got to worry about. You got to worry about them experiencing different forms of racism that they never would have experienced. So that's what I'm nervous about, with my son.
Mm-hmm.
Because now his school, fortunately, again, is based on just where I live, where his mom lives. It actually, is mostly white, whatever, but it is it's more diverse than I think I anticipated, what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so that kind of bodes well. So then now we just thinking about, like, figuring out how do we stay out here? Like, even if me and his mom are co-parenting, even if, we want him to stay at this kind of school district, we want him to grow through it, because we do see that there's enough diversity that he can have Black friends. But then, obviously he comes to York and he sees his uncle, which is his same age. My brother and my son are the same age, whatever. So they're like thick as thieves, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, he gets to see his uncle and, like, gets to be in the city and like he's gonna have those interactions. He gets to be with his, he got relative, we're Black, so he gets to be with us, whatever. But yeah, that's the dilemma though, where I think I worry about just him, the kid experience. I don't even care about the street cred stuff or like them missing out on like because I feel like as parents we can kind of fill in those gaps with the certain information. Mm-hmm. And we can kind of cultivate those experiences, but the experiences that they go through that we don't get to be there for, those are the ones that I'm worried about. You know what I mean? Like if a kid would use a racial slur towards him, like, you know what I'm saying? And because it's like, I ain't never been called that by no white person. You know what I'm saying? So like, so it's like, I wouldn't even know, like, as a parent, you know what I mean? Papa Bear, Mama Bear types, like you want to go to war then for your kid, whatever. So like, I think it does give them sometimes a better opportunity. But then there are people that argue like, no, man, you should keep them with kids of their culture. And then you gotta navigate, you know what I mean?
But it poses a question, that's what's more important to you, education and their life path, or them going through racism and stuff like that? Like, because inevitably you have to, in the real world, you're going to have to get some type of tough skin. So I feel like if you have to go through that, which I'm gonna be right behind you, coming up to the school, whatever, once you tell me X, Y, or Z, I'd rather that than have to worry about you getting into something that I don't think is age appropriate, like you hanging around people that's stealing cars. You've
Yeah.
seen these young boys steal cars all the time.
Kid boys, yeah,
Steal cars, stuff, and I'd rather you have better education, better opportunities to get some scholarships for college, better, opportunities to get yourself out of something. So that's my whole thing. But I mean, I guess it is a thing with like active parents for real, for real. I really think the problem lies with parents not being active. They think they're active, but they're not.
yeah. The person will brag about spending $300 on some sneakers for the kid. I was just in a conversation where like that was the like, oh, I spent this much money. I'm thinking like, why does that matter? Like, I mean, like what is like that'll make you a better parent because you spent XYZ,
Right.
you know what I mean, on some shoes. Like, I mean, you hopefully your kids got good grades, you know what I mean? But no, like, yeah, I think
When that whole video, not to interrupt, but when that
yeah.
whole video with the teacher and the student when they was fighting came out, there was a post and somebody had commented under the post and they were like, I blame the parents, blah, blah, blah. And so somebody commented, they're like, well, why do you blame the parents? Because kids can grow up in a perfect household and blah, blah, blah. And I had to comment like, well, what is a perfect household to you? Because
Yeah.
I've never known someone to do a 180 at school. Like, yeah, you might act out, but a 180 where you're completely opposite, no, you're getting ignored at home. That I've never seen a kid like that acts, that does that much of a change. And then you're telling me they're respectful and they're quiet in the house. No, you're ignoring them. You're not taking care of them. That's not how that works.
Yeah, like TV is probably raising your kids more than TV and social media. The phone is raising your kid more than you are. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think unfortunately, I think I would have to sacrifice some of the social learning that my son would have to do for his opportunities, the stuff that like, I can't necessarily duplicate, you know what I mean? But like I said, I can make time for our family to be together so he knows what it's like. Yeah, cookouts, play dates, going out of town to see family, just random visits. Like we can create those moments, whatever, as to where he feels, in sync with his culture and things like that. But like, yeah, school, I mean, he's going through it and he's going through it by himself. Like, I mean, he has to kind of earn those grades and things like that. So like, I would want that to be a better situation than, because remember I was talking to Boo Boo. And that was the main thing. Like he was talking about its proximity. I mean, because I was like, yeah, do you think it's the media, like the stuff that they're seeing, or you think it's like living in a certain environment? And I think it's always it's the proximity. Like if you're close to the drugs, or you're close to this, you're close to that, then it's easier for you to get wrapped up into that stuff as opposed to just being some suburban kid and you listening to music and playing video games. I mean, doing that type of stuff.
Exactly. And that's why I don't understand when parents don't have that type of importance to get their kids out of the neighborhoods that they're in.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely. We got to make some. Yeah, as black parents, we do have to make some sacrifices. When it comes to giving our kids, certain opportunities, but like, nah, I think I'm for it though, for the most part. And then, maybe they go to a black college or something like that if they want that fully immersed experience. I was kind of opposite though, because like, I went to your college, so I was like, I don't need to go to a black college. Like I've been around, in the educational setting. I was like, I'm cool. And then I always hear stuff about like, Cheney, there's fights, and I'm like, dang, fighting in like. Obviously, I was a commuter when I went to college, so I didn't really experience that like dorm life, whatever. And I'm sure there are like fights at parties, but it made it seem like it was
one semester.
Okay, but but the way people talked about certain things at certain colleges, they made it seem like like going to class. It was like it was almost like high school, and I'm like, no, I wouldn't want to relive. Like if I'm trying to elevate myself in a higher education setting, I don't want it to be like how it was at your college. I mean, like my high school, I wouldn't want it to be like that. But
and then that's another thing though, because like how you said about they can go to like a black university. I didn't go to York High. I would have went to York High, but I went to Tech. So I don't know if there's a difference in vetting and scholarships, but I can tell you there wasn't that many scholarships available to us in these schools. So my only assumption is in better schools, there's probably better scholarships. There's better, more people looking at your school if your school is good for certain things. You know what I mean? Because we was ass at everything. Academics, sports.
yeah. Even Votech was? Y'all was
hell yeah.
Oh, see, I think there might be a perception that like, because it was a vocational school or career type school, like
that was probably the only. I think that's what like their hype was, like their trades. Because
yeah,
I mean, it was very, if you wanted to stick with that, but then that also was like, kids don't even know what they want to do when they go to college, let alone high school. So you're picking up a trade, and most people don't be doing what they went to their vocational school to do. So
they don't.
Shit, I did computer programming. Fuck, I look like.
Yeah, right. Dang, that's crazy. But yeah, I think you gotta do the right thing and put your kids in the right position to win, and all that other stuff is a little bit extra though. So
yeah,
but yeah, man. So did you have a good time today?
No, I had a terrible time.
Always, that's her answer all the time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So it's always good talking to Mary Jonni. I probably talk other than my girlfriend, I probably talk to her like women. Like I talk to her like the most, whatever. Like I always like shooting ideas and just different things, man. So y'all definitely see her back on the show at some point in time. Y'all definitely need to check out her channel. I'm you said May 11th?
Yes.
May 11th. All right, May 11th. We gotta watch out for it. Does it have a name? Did you go with that name? Or
yes, I did. What was it? Find a Boo with Jonni Tsuuu.
Find a Boo with Jonni Tsuuu. May
Credits
11th.
go to Los.
I'm saying, hey, I just gave you a little inspiration. You know what I mean, she was like, you got any ideas? And I was, playing with some stuff, and I was like, find a Boo with Jonni Tsuuu. She was like, I like that. So yeah, so that's what's up. But so yeah, where can people find you? Before we go, where can people find you on social media?
Instagram and TikTok and Twitter, all Jonni Tsuuu, JonniTsuuu. That is 3 U's. And yeah, and then my YouTube is Jonni Tsuuu.
That's what's up. And if y'all still watching, man, again, hit that subscribe button. Go follow, Jonni Tsuuu on her page. We're gonna put her stuff in the description. And this is another episode of the 280 Plus podcast, y'all. We out. Peace. All right.